What is up, guys? How's it going today? My name is Syratube, and yes, we are back with another flipping live stream. I know it's been a second just because I was, on my holiday break for Thanksgiving for those of you that live in the US. So if you do live in the US and you do celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you had a great one. But today we're working with 789 million GP just because I actually spent some money on Vorkath gear. Believe it or not. So, I still have that. I think I'm going to go Vorkath after stream today, but that's besides the point. We got 789 mil to work with today, guys, and hopefully some of these flips today are going to be useful for you. So, Angel Sedano says, talk to us, Dad. Oh my goodness. I am not your father, I promise. Just call me Naz. Says, I always miss the intro because of the delay. Epic. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for tuning in today. And of course, as always, leave a like if you do enjoy the stream. I feel rusty already on the stream, and I haven't streamed in maybe a week. I shouldn't be rusty, right? So anyway, let's go ahead. We're going to do some flips today. We're going to start with the Dragon Darts right off the bat. Just felt like doing these today. I saw a lot of people in the Discord talking about the Dragon Darts today, so thought we might give it a shot and see how it goes for us. Hopefully, we're not going to run into any difficulties today with any lag. My internet has been a little funky these past couple of days, and I don't know what's going on here. Let me just exit out of this, and hopefully it will be gone. Yes, I don't know why that glitch happened. I've never seen that before. So, anyway, we're going to wait for this to sell here. And I'm hitting a lot of lag, it seems, today, guys. Hopefully the stream isn't laggy at all. I don't know if it's game lag or what's going on here, but anyway, Mr. Gaming 11 says, yo, what's up, man? Good to see you today. Hopefully you are enjoying the stream already. If you are, please drop a like, and of course, subscribe if you want more content like this. But I know you're already subscribed, Mr. Gaming 11, so no worries on that one. Anyway, we're gonna list the limit of the Dragon Darts, which is 11,000 every 4 hours, I believe, and the margin is looking really nice on those, so I'm hoping that they'll work out. Excuse me, guys, I kind of have the hiccups a little bit here, but anyway, the stream is not laggy, but interesting how intense your lag is. I know, right? Like, how is the stream not lagging? Maybe it's a sort of server lag with Jagex or a game lag for RuneScape, but anyway, that's besides the point. Let's go ahead. We're going to flip Sharks as well today, and then we're going to do the Mana Rays as well. Been a lot of requests in the Discord, especially today. You guys were very active in the Discord today, so shout out to that, but on top of it all, there's been a lot of requests for high volume items, so I'm going to make sure we cover a lot of high volume items today. That way you guys have some really safe and easy flips to net you some really good profit. Also, I do want to mention that the new video has been recorded. It is recorded and I'm currently editing it. I'm probably going to do some edits after the stream today, and I don't know, it will be released sometime this week or maybe this weekend. Haven't decided really on a date yet, so just keep your eyes out for that one. It's going to be a great one. Hopefully you guys do enjoy it. Audio and the music and your voice are perfect, by the way, so no worries. Thank you, Angel. Appreciate that. See, your name is Angel, so I feel like an angel is coming down from the heavens and telling me these things. Of course. Sage07DS says, hi all. What's up, Sage, man? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in today. Leave a like if you do enjoy the stream. And of course, we're going to keep making money today. Zolver Scales coming up next. One of my favorite high quantity flips. We could also attack the Blood Runes after this, but Blood Runes aren't really that great with the cash tag that I have currently, so we're actually going to avoid them. Going to go ahead and list the limit of the Zolver Scales, which is 30,000 every 4 hours. And we'll get a 3 GP margin on that, so it should net us about 90k. Very happy with that. Going to attack the Amulets of Fury next. One of my favorite flips, and someone notified me today, I think it was Hitman77 in the Discord. He said the Amulets of Fury are very low, and I agree, they are at a very low price, which doesn't make me nervous at all to go in and flip them. We're going to flip a few here on stream today and see how it goes. We'll try and buy 7 of those and see how they do. Now, we still have 715 million GP, guys. I'm thinking we try to flip some grimy Renar weed as well. Maybe we can flip the limit of them just because we do have so much GP to work with. And we have a request coming in from Angel saying try the Dragon Hunter Lance. We'll go ahead and try the Dragon Hunter Lance on the stream today. And yes, last stream the profits were insane on that, guys. So hopefully we can hit similar profits this time. Of course, though, let me know if you guys have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything like that. I am here to help you guys out, so I'd love to help you manage your cash stacks, regardless if it's 10 mil, 15 mil, 20 mil, 100 mil, 100 bill. I can help you out, man. let's go ahead. We're going to try and flip the Dragon Hunter Lance, I guess we'll do. I'm hoping it won't crash on us at all. And the margin check is quite expensive, so we need to be careful flipping this thing. Hopefully it does work out for us. Like I said, the Dragon Hunter Lance it's not an easy item to flip, but it's not a hard item to flip. You can buy one about every, I would say, like, you get one every 4 or 5 minutes. And we're going to go and try to flip 3 of them today. If it works out, we'll try and flip another 3. But we still have 368 million GP to work with today. We'll go ahead and try to list the Grimy Torstol just because it is another expensive herb and could net us a very good margin if we're able to buy it. So, again, hitting some in-game lag here. I'm not really sure what's going on, but we'll try to work our way around it as best we can. As far as I can tell, the stream isn't lagging, so I don't know why we're hitting game lag. Might try switching servers here in a minute. We'll see though. Angel says, I've had 0 luck with the Renard today. Hope yours is better. And Mr. Gaming says, is any of the GP borrowed? I think you mean. Yes, I still have a 300 mil loan from Ice-T, so we will be paying that back soon, but he hasn't really contacted me about it, so I've just been holding on to it for now. And if he pops in here today, we can definitely pay him back. Charles Miller coming in, and he says, hey, I've been getting started flipping and got my cash stack from 40k to 300k in the past 2 days. Insane, man. Congratulations on that, dude. That's actually a huge accomplishment if you went in from 40k to 300k in the past 2 days, especially if you're free to play. I'm not sure if you are free to play or not. Let me know, because that will kind of determine how your strategy, or how I can help you with your personal flipping strategy. But you're asking for advice. Well, you're definitely on the right page, flipping runes especially, right? So any type of highly traded consumable or high volume item is really going to do well for you. I would highly recommend, if you are members, to try flipping Zulver skills as well. They are very good, and grapes are another great item to flip. Well, I'll mention a few more here in a second, but I'm going to go ahead and list these Amulets of Fury for 1,974,999. 1,974,995. List that, let it do its thing, and hopefully they sell pretty quickly. I think they will. They usually do. And we're going to go ahead with the last slot and flip the Amulets of Torture, which are one of my... honestly, it's just... one of the all around a great item if you've got enough money to flip it. I would say you should probably flip the full limit of the Amulets of Torture if you have about 300 mil plus. If not, you can still flip them, but I wouldn't recommend going in and trying to flip the whole limit at once. It's probably, you know, too expensive for you in that case. So go ahead and list that if you are flipping along today. Wrong price on Furies. I didn't see that. Thank you for pointing that out there. That was definitely the wrong price. 1974 is what we'll do. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't see that. 1974995. F Zalra said wrong price on Furies, and Mr. Gaming as well. Thank you guys for that. Appreciate that. And now we should be able to sell them this time for real. So anyway, guys, if you are enjoying the stream today, please leave a like. Really does help me out a lot. Subscribe if you want more content like this. Always bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy. So hopefully you do enjoy it. By the way, we have a Discord group. There is a link in the description below. Join that Discord group and basically get access to one of the greatest flipping communities here on YouTube. So, or not even on YouTube, just in old school RuneScape in general. We have a lot of new members in there as of recently, so shout out to you guys. And I think I'll start giving shout outs to all the new members. So anyway, guys, if you are interested in kind of discussing flipping strategies and learning how to kind of expedite your cash stack to a larger amount, join us on Discord. It's a really great place. Charles Miller, hopefully those items helped you out, but you can also flip sharks. They're pretty safe, and monkfish. Those are another 2 really safe, really easy flips. You won't be able to flip the limit of any of these items, and flipping with 300k really isn't the most optimal thing, but it is still possible. So you can just flip lower limits of these items and see how you do on them. I would recommend trying to flip and then doing another moneymaker in game while you are flipping. That way you can kind of have 2 streams of income coming in, and you can grow your cash stack a lot faster to where you can sustain yourself by just flipping. Anyway, guys, the Dragon Hunter Lance is completed here, so we're going to turn around and sell these for 87,147,000. 87,147,995. List that, let it do its thing. Should sell off relatively quickly. Probably going to take about 5 to 10 minutes or so. Acrolance, good to see you, man. Thank you for tuning in today. A long-time member you are, so thank you for coming back. Mr. Gaming says Ether. We could flip Ether here on today's stream, but again, Ether is a little bit low for me. I don't really want to flip that just because it's not really enough profit. The only reason I do flip the Zolver scales is because I know it's super safe and super easy to flip. Ether, in my opinion, is not the exact same as the Zolver scales, although they are very similar items. The Zolver scales trade a lot faster and they're a lot easier to flip and tend to even have better margins, so that's usually why I don't flip the Ether. That being said, if I was working with a 10 to 30 mil cash stack, then I would be flipping Ether. Probably 10 to 50 mil, honestly, I would still be flipping Ether. I always flip Zolver scales just because it's so easy, but on top of that, Ether would be good as well. Angel says, what are your thoughts on Wrath runes? I actually flipped Wrath runes in the recent video I made. I really don't like them. I've tried flipping Wrath runes a bunch of times, and they do have the best margins, but I can never sell them for the original margin that I was hoping for. So I guess I never get lucky on them, really. They're a lot harder to flip than any of the other runes, so I honestly would just recommend skipping it. Brazam Zahid says, oh, I don't think I've seen you around before, by the way, so thank you for tuning in today. Hopefully you are enjoying the stream. And he says, did you try the Arcane Spirit Shield? It was like 1.3 million margins 30 minutes ago. I didn't, but we can actually try it if you want. I thought about actually investing in the Arcane Spirit Shield, because if you do look at the graph of the Spirit Shield, it looks like it is starting to have a reversal in price. It has crashed almost 30 mil these past couple of days, and it finally looks like it might be coming back upwards with some upward momentum. Brazam Zahid says, long time sub, first time catching the live stream. Well, welcome, man. Thank you for tuning in. Leave a like if you're enjoying it. And I'm so glad that you've been around for a while. I'm sorry I didn't recognize your name in my, all my list of subscribers. There's a lot of you guys now. There's a lot more than when I started. So thank you for tuning in today and stopping by and just saying hi, man. I really like connecting with all my subscribers, honestly. So I'm very happy that you stopped by. Acrolance said, why don't you ever stream Minecraft on your server? I don't know. I'm not really a Minecraft channel, so I just like to stick with RuneScape for the most part, and I'm pretty good at it from what I understand. We haven't sold any of the Dragon Hunter lances yet. We'll keep a close eye on those. We should have sold probably about one of them by now, but I mean, I'm not super surprised we haven't, so we'll just have to keep a close eye on them. We'll let them sit for like 3 minutes or so, and then we'll adjust them if need be. Anyway, guys, if you are enjoying the live stream, please leave a like. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe if you want more content like this. Always bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy. That being said, there is a lot more videos coming to the channel here soon. And I want to balance out like the video content creation with the live stream. So what I think I'm going to be doing is streaming maybe twice during the week and then working on videos the other times, and then I'll be streaming twice during the weekend. So maybe we'll do like Tuesday, Thursday live streams, and then Saturday, Sunday live streams, and then videos as well. So that way we really can get the channel moving here. I tend to find that the videos actually make me more subscribers, and they kind of reach new audiences. So I love doing the flipping live streams, of course. They're never going to go away, but at the same time, I do really like doing videos as well, and it's been a while since I've actually made one, and like sat down, edited one, made a thumbnail, and everything like that. So I'm actually really excited to get back into that. So if you guys do have any suggestions on videos that I should make, please let me know on Discord. There's a link in the description below to go join us on Discord. If not, you can let me know in the live chat. I just need some more video ideas so I can make a lot of content for you guys. I want to make stuff that you guys want to see. Like, I'm going to be making a lot of the flipping guides again because I think those are really important. But anything besides that, I really would like to hear from you guys. And just let me know what you want me to make. The Amulets of Fury sold off there, guys, so I'm very happy to see that. Pretty quick profit on those, and it actually wasn't too bad. We made about 50k on them, so nothing crazy, but for how fast they were, I'm actually pretty happy with that. We're struggling a little bit with the Dragon Hunter lances, so we're going to sell them for 87,139,995. They should still sell, and it's not that big of a decrease in profit, so if we can get them off, then I'll be happy. Campfire Stories vid, oh my goodness. That's right, I haven't forgotten. The problem is I'm just not a great storyteller, and some of the kind of story ideas that I have are maybe to like NSFW for most of the channel, so maybe we'll just do it in a Discord call sometime or something like that. But not a bad idea though, and I hope you forget though. Eventually you'll forget, Naz. I know. Anyway, 273 mil. We had a request to flip the Arcane Spirit Shield, so we're going to go ahead and try and flip one of these. I do have to pull it up on GE Tracker to see what the prices are going for, but this is going to be one of the riskiest flips I've ever done on live stream, guys, so this will be pretty exciting, honestly. If we actually profit from this, especially insane amounts, I'm going to be very, very happy. Let me take a look at the margins here. Okay. That looks like a pretty good listing. I'm going to try to get 2 of them, actually, and we'll see how that goes. We'll let that sit for a while here. It's probably not going to buy anytime soon, so we'll have to be patient with that one. You can try the Zammy Spears as well. Had 100k margins 1 hour ago. Love flipping the Zammy Spears. We'll probably put that in as soon as the Dragon Hunter Lance finishes. And if the margin is still good, then I'm going to be very happy with that. I don't flip the Zamorak Spears and the Zamorak Hostas much anymore, so I really need to start doing those again. I don't know if you saw my suggestion or not. I didn't see it, no. Is it farther up in the live chat? If so, I can take a look, but I didn't see it. The sharks are almost finished. We're just going to cut back on those and start selling them. I don't want to wait any longer for these, just because the sharks are really, really expensive right now. And if you guys used to like, these are actually the highest prices we've seen on sharks in like a long time. Like 3-4 years. So I don't think the price is going to hold too long. I think it has something to do with bots possibly being banned, especially some phishing bots. I've had a listing for Arcane Spirit Shield 1 hour at 11.025 mil and hasn't bought yet, lol. Oh, we might be way too low on this then. Looks like they're going crazy up in price. It's hopefully not too late to get in on that. They could crash really quickly as well though, so if GE Tracker cannot keep up accurately with the price listings, I'd be very careful flipping this item. I'm going to leave the Arcane Spirit Shields at this price. I'm just going to see if it works out. The Amulet of Torture is not really buying again, so we're actually going to turn around and maybe we'll just sell this one and we'll move on to another item. 15,625 is what we'll do. 625,995. I do expect this to basically sell instantly. Okay, it did not, but that is fine. What items have you guys been flipping today or this week? Let me know in the live chat. I really want to know what you guys are flipping, because sometimes you guys have good suggestions for me that I incorporate into like my own flipping kind of life, I guess, or my flipping strategy, and sometimes they even make it onto the live stream. So let me know what you guys are flipping. Someone sold me a bond for 2 mil today, and someone gave me one yesterday. Wow, you got extremely lucky, Mr. Gaming. If only I could get bonds like that. I mean, I can afford the bonds at this point, but even so. I would like to put a bond on one of my alt accounts. That way I can flip on 2 accounts. Maybe make a little bit more profit per hour. We still have an open slot, and we still have 165 mil. So I think I'm going to go ahead and try to flip the Bandos Tacets. Bandos Tacets tend to hold a really great margin, and they flip faster than the Dragon Hunter Lances. They're one of the faster flips as far as armor goes, especially for an item being around 28 mil or so. So I'm going to go ahead and see if we can flip a couple Bandos Tacets here. The margins are not great today, but I'm still happy with that kind of profit. So we're going to go ahead and try to flip 7 of these. Oh, we're going to try to flip 5, I guess. Can't quite flip as many as I wanted to. Rosam says, Dragon Hunter Lance and Bow, all Armadillo items, Bando sets, Izami Spears, Ranger Boots, Whips, etc. Yeah, pretty far up. Abyssal Dagger. Nope, I got that one. We'll do Abyssal Dagger here in a minute, just for you, Naz. Lamps. Can't flip those lamps. Although, how would you guys feel? This is an interesting question. How would you feel if lamps were actually tradable? like XP lamps, like the ones you got from the Genie, the ones you got from quests and stuff like that. How would you feel about lamps being tradable? This is an interesting one because if lamps became tradable, then technically people could buy XP in old school RuneScape. I'm not completely opposed to them being tradable, but it is kind of getting into scary territory as you can basically buy 99s at that point, although it would be extremely expensive. I don't even think people would really buy the lamps. How has the Dragon Warhammer been lately? It's been fantastic, man. I had a huge flip on the, what is it called? The Dragon Hunter, not the Dragon Hunter, the Dragon Warhammer the other day, actually. You can check the Discord for that. I think I got it yesterday, so. Brazam says, any suggestions on items? Got 350 mil at the moment. Go ahead and try flipping some Brimstone Rings. You can also try those Dragon Warhammers we were just talking about as well, as long as you're comfortable flipping an item that expensive. On top of that, Bandos God Swords, Armadillo God Swords, not going to be as much profit, but you can fill up a whole slot with like 40-50 mil or so. Let me go ahead and list these Bandos Tassels for 28,505,000. 28505,995. List that, let it do its thing. Hopefully those were some good items for you, Brazam. On top of that, let me think of some more stuff. You could do like Aram's rope skirts, Aram's tops, as well as Carol's leather tops, Carol's leather skirts, Guthnan's armor sets, Darok's armor sets. What else can you do with 350 mil? That's kind of a good bit of money to work with. The Necklace of Anguish, I find, is a really good one as well, so you could try that out. Mana Rays, I love doing with, even with that amount of cash. It's such a good item to do. Grimy Renar, Grimy Torstol, Amethyst Crystal, still really good. You could also try Brazam. You could do, the, what's it called? The Ancestral, but that might be a little too expensive for your stack. Hey, nice. Glad I got it in your flipping again. Absolutely, man. Bots would AFK farm them. I'm assuming you meant the, what is it called? The lamps. And I guess they would farm them because you would just need a ton of accounts online, right? And then just hope that a Genie pops up. But I don't really know if that would be an efficient way. It's kind of very RNG oriented. Did Ancestrals to the limit. Thanks for the suggestions. No problem. I can't really think of any more off the top of my head, actually. So hopefully that is good enough. But there we go with the lances. Completed that up. Looks like we made about 400k on them. 420k about. And we have to subtract about 139k from that. So we really only made like 300-ish K? 300-ish K on that. 280k-ish because of the... what is it called? The margin check. So we're going to go ahead and flip a few more of those just to make it worth our time. I actually think we can probably buy them for 86,955 will do. I actually think we can buy it for this because they bought up really quickly last time. So I'm going to go a little bit under and see if we can get a few more. It's supposed to be 1 in 100. Ooh. There's actually a system for the random events. That's how Swamp Man got 27 Hunter so fast. So you can actually trigger random events. I actually saw that in his Swamp-Lytic series, but I wasn't really paying too much attention on how to do it. And guys, the Arcane Spirit Shields, I think it's just a lost cause. We could try flipping the Ancestral, but I actually think I'm going to try the Dragon Warhammers. Really love flipping the Dragon Warhammers because you can just make insane amounts of bank on this. And I was scrolling through the items there, and I saw the Dragon Claws, boys. Gotta stay away from those, but I think we almost have defeated the curse on those. If not, we have defeated it because the last few Dragon Claws flips have been very nice for me and my cash stack. Dragon Warhammers, not really a great margin. We're going to go ahead and flip 3 just because I want to get it done, get it out of the way, and we'll see what happens with that. I'm flipping on 15 accounts. Are you serious or are you joking? On free-to-play accounts? All at once? I think that's a little bit of overkill if you ask me personally. That would be really difficult to manage. Free to play. Okay, gotcha, man. Well, if you actively flipped across all of those accounts, you'd probably eventually make a good bit of cash. 81 mil bank. Yeah, hey, that's pretty good, man. Had a 2 mil loss on the declaws earlier. Should really stay away. Whoo! Woo, Brazam, I think the curse, I think it got lifted onto you, man. Hate to say it, but anyway, we got the Bandos assets here. We're going to go ahead and flip 2 more of them just because that item was super easy and very low maintenance for us. So we're going to go ahead and do a few more. The Dragon Warhammers bought really fast, so that probably means we can list for a little bit lower than 44,255,000. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and sell the Dragon Warhammers for 44,295,000. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying the live stream. Please leave a like if you are. It really does help me out a lot. Subscribe if you want more content like this. Always bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy. So hopefully you do enjoy it. By the way, we have a Discord group link in the description below. It's a great place to look at other people's flips and discuss flipping and investing strategies in old school RuneScape. So I highly recommend you check it out. We've had, I think, like almost 10 members in the past 2 days or so. And a lot of people that have just joined are really nice. So thank you to all the new members. Hopefully you guys are enjoying that Discord group. And let me know how I can improve the Discord, if at all. We're going to go ahead and list these Bandos assets for 28,504,995. List that, let it do its thing. The Dragon Warhammers are selling quite fast, so I'm happy with that. Gonna cut back on the lances. We're going to go ahead and we're going to flip the Abyssal Dagger. It's not one of my favorite flips, but we're going to anyway, but not yet. We're actually going to check out the Zamorak Spear. Just because someone said they were getting a good flip on that earlier. I think it was Brazam, so we're going to see if we can tear up the margins on this. Anyone know a good price to sell the red topaz bracelets for? I'd if you're going to be leaving that listing for a while, Sage07DS, then I just recommend, honestly, just buy and sell one, and then whatever the sell price is, just knock it up like 15 GP and try to sell yours for that. Zamorak and Hosta, let's go ahead and check the margins on this. I always like to check the Spear and the Hosta because one tends to have a better margin than the other. And the Hosta is going to have the better margin today. We're going to go ahead and flip 7 of these, which is going to run us about, let's take a look, 103.6 mil. So we'll list that, let it do its thing. Still got 407 mil to work with, guys. We're going to go ahead and try to get a few more of those Dragon Warhammers. I'm actually going to knock down the price a significant bit. We're going to go 44,130,895. 995. List that, let it do its thing, and we'll see what happens with that one. Where's the thanks to the OG? Shaking my head. Of course, always a thank you to the OGs, man. I think the most OG member we have at this point that is still relatively active is Alharith. So wherever he is definitely one of our oldest members, so shout out to him. But he hasn't been able to catch the live streams, I think, recently, just because I think it's too late for him when we stream, because I think he lives in Europe somewhere. So it's been too late for him to catch the streams, but that's fine. I understand. This is really the only time I can stream. Where is Ice-T? Yes, Ice-T is also another one of my OGs, but Alharith was actually before Ice-T, but they were close to the same time. I don't know where he is today, actually. I heard him in Discord earlier, but he hasn't said too much. All of those Dragon Warhammers sold. Very, very nice, guys. I'm thinking we attack some of the ancestral pieces. Now, I don't recommend checking the ancestral pieces manually like I am right now on live stream. It's just a lot of money that goes down the drain for just doing a price check. So I honestly would recommend checking them on GE Tracker or Platinum tokens. Now, that being said, I usually manually check every item on stream just to show you guys the process and kind of what happens when you do manually check the items. And on top of that, I'm too lazy to pull up the browser when I'm streaming to get a, the exact listing for the item. So Malik Vernon says, what's the profit margin on the Dragon Warhammer? We were looking at like 40k on our last flip, so I tried to stretch it to like 140-ish. The Dragon Warhammer sold for 44,295,000, and they bought for 44,255,000. He's on his iced tea break. I guess, says Mike LaPanda. Good to see you, Mike LaPanda. Thank you for tuning in. If you guys are enjoying the stream, please, I'm serious, please, so much, please leave a like. It really helps me out a lot. It gets my videos up there with a lot of other great old school RuneScape content creators, especially other flippers like me doing the same thing. So if you like my videos, they will get recommended to other old school RuneScape flippers, and we can continue to build this great community that we have. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and hopefully you are enjoying the stream. Now it says, I can't even remember how long it's been since I started watching, like 2 to 3 years, I think. Well, the first streams we did were like basically at this point exactly 3 years ago. Almost, actually, no, that's not right. They're about 3.5. Actually, the first video I made is about 4 years old at this point, which is insane to think. So the live streams started about a year after that, so yeah, about 3 years. Brazam says, I live in the EU as well, that's why I never catch the streams. I just got back on RS because of Twisted League. Well, welcome back, man. Hopefully you are enjoying Twisted League. Personally, it's not my kind of content. I don't really want to do Twisted League, but I probably will buy the cosmetic reward because it looks pretty cool. Way ahead of you liking is the first thing I do. Thank you, Mike LaPanda, man. That is OGAF. Kenny and Eugen says, hey, Sierra, you should do more face cam. We can do more face cam. I'm thinking we do like the face cam more so when we do the PVM kind of related things, because you don't really need face cam when you're flipping for that much. These are more like live tutorials and live guides that are more so for you guys than they are for me. Of course, I try to make profit on these live streams, but I really just want to help you guys out, give you advice on how to flip with your cash stacks, and show you guys the items that I do during the day flipping, and that maybe you can use as well to make as much gold as possible in old school RuneScape. Is there an item that has a high chance of yielding 200k profit margin most of the time? Good question. Malik, the items that will give you around a 200k margin, again, around a 200k margin is what I'm saying, because no item holds a 200k margin all the time, but Dexterous Prayer Scrolls usually have a 200k margin. They're not the easiest to flip, but they can be done for 200k margins. Dragon Warhammers usually sit around a 200k margin as well, and sometimes if you're lucky, Amulets of Torture will get there as well, but that is very, very rare. Ancestral Pieces will get to these kind of margins too, but they're like a lot harder to flip, so. I think you said you had been streaming for about 6 months when I joined. Okay, so you're about 2.5 years old, Nas. Happy 2.5 birthday to tuning into the streams, I guess. Sage07DS said, Red Topaz bracelets were not a good flip, but I did make money on Mana Rays, so I'm good. Happy to hear that, man. Those Red Topaz bracelets, the reason you likely didn't make money on them is there's not really that many being traded in game compared to the Mana Rays. So when you invest and buy into Mana Rays and you go to sell them, there's a lot more supply and there's a lot more demand. So your items are going to trade a lot faster and your margins are going to hold a lot easier. And if they don't hold, they're only going to fluctuate 1 or 2 GP. Those Red Topaz bracelets don't really have that much of a common use in game. Not a lot of people are really farming those, so they don't really hold an easy margin. When the sharks are done selling, maybe do the dagger. Absolutely, we'll put the dagger on there next. Well, we're going to leave the Dragon Warhammers, though, because I think we might be able to snipe a few for this low. Mike LaPanda says, do you ever flip toxic blowpipes? Rarely. Rarely do I flip the toxic blowpipes these days. Actually, I am going to cut back on these Dragon Warhammers because I want to flip the Brimstone Ring in this slot. The Brimstone Ring has been insane these past few days. I don't know why. I think it has something to do with the potential updates that are coming, and people are like kind of reconsidering magic gear and what's good and what's not, right? So I think that the Brimstone Ring is getting really strange price fluctuations due to this. We're going to go ahead and flip 7 of them today. They should be making us around 35k each. Very happy to put that in there. We can try to do the blowpipes if you guys want. Blowpipes buy and sell really, really quickly. The thing is, the margins, in my opinion, aren't always amazing, so we can take a look at it, but it's not an item that I really have on my priority list. Again, guys, if you're not with us on Discord, join us with the link in the description below. I have a complete flipping list on there which really contains like all the items I recommend to flip, and there is more being added to that constantly. You can check that out on Discord. There is a link on the Discord. It is actually pinned on there, and if you just head in there and ask for it, someone will link it to you. Brazam said, just finished the limit on the brimstone rings since you suggested it, It was a really fast and good flip. Thank you for the feedback, dude. The brimstone rings are one of my favorites since they came out, basically. Or maybe like a month or two after they came out. I just started flipping them, and they've always been really good. Just Call Me Naz says, 10 mil away from rigor, by the way. Keep farming, keep flipping, get that rigor, and keep grinding on that PVM, I guess. I mean, I don't really know why you're looking to get rigor, but it's basically good in every range PVM scenario imaginable. And I guess PvP too. I'm actually surprised. A lot of our high quantity flips are still buying, but they're moving really slowly. So we'll keep a close eye on them to make sure our listings look okay. And then we'll turn around and sell them here in a couple of minutes because they've been sitting for like 30 minutes at this point. So I don't really want to let them sit for too long. So I'll let them sit for like another 5 minutes or so. Then we'll turn around and start selling those. Kenny Nugent says, would you ever try raids on stream? Yes, I would. I'm actually watching videos now learning how to do raids because my friends want to go in real life actually got back into RuneScape and they want to go raiding. So I've been trying to learn how to raid. We actually did go to my first raid ever on live stream a while back. It was probably the last account progress live stream that we did. We actually went raiding. I actually just realized that we did not have that up today, guys. Look at that. We got that back, but you guys did want to see the stats, so I'll show you real quick. Those are my current stats in game. Flippin' to Max says, hey, what's up, Flippin' to Max, man? Good to see you. Kenny Nugent says, need another man, LOL. Of course, dude. We always need people. But anyway, we're going to switch back to the default view that we usually have. I don't know why that wasn't up today, but there we go. And we're going to sell these Zamrock Hostas now. I actually don't remember the margin on them. They were selling for 14,871. List that, let it do its thing. Hopefully it sells pretty quickly. Brimstone rings, we got one so far. I'm very happy with that. We'll see if we can get a few more. Ancestral row bottoms, we only have 2. We're going to let it sit excuse me. I drank a Coca-Cola Zero, and they always give me like a lot of burps. I don't know. Anyway. Angel says, I'm back. What did I miss? You missed everything, Angel. Just kidding. You just missed some average flipping. But you did miss some great content, so you're going to have to go back and watch it later. I love Rigor. It's so awesome. Dude, when I got Rigor and I went to Vorkath and I started, shooting bolts at him, I was getting these crazy hits. I was so happy. Like, I was just hitting way more frequently. That's basically why I got Rigor in the first place. I still don't even have Augury, which I think is the mage one, right? So, I still don't have Augury. Guys, low-key, we're kind of making a little bit of bank today. As long as we sell these hostas and we can get these ancestral row bottoms sold, we're going to be looking at a pretty good profit stream here. And the dragon darts are still buying, albeit slowly. And the sharks are almost completely sold. We're going to cut back on the mana rays here in another minute or so. And these Zalra scales. But we're still doing really, really well on everything. Augury is only like 4 mil, right? I think it is like exactly 4 mil. I think it dropped below 4 mil actually, so you can even get a steal of a deal on that. It's like Black Friday in RuneScape for Augury if you don't already have it. But anyway, guys, if you are enjoying the live stream, please leave a like. Really does help me out a lot. Subscribe if you want more content like this. Always bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy for all cash stacks. So hopefully you do enjoy it. We have a video coming out later this week, so hopefully you guys are going to like that one. Make sure you guys let me know in the comments on that video how it is, if you guys liked the guide. My YouTube videos don't get a lot of comments, so make sure you guys drop a comment on there. I know you guys always tell me what's up in the Discord group, but always leave comments on the videos, guys. Super helpful for me. Augury is better for defense. Rigor is better for DPS. I actually didn't know that. But Augury would be better if you were using Mage as compared to Rigor. Malik Vernon asking a great question. He says, have you ever flipped bonds? If yes, how did it go? Personally, I have involuntarily flipped bonds, like not involuntarily, I guess on accident I flipped bonds. But after I talk about bonds here, we're gonna maintenance these high quantity flips, guys. So just give me 1 sec on those. But I have flipped bonds on accident before. I just had a few bonds. I logged out for a couple weeks and logged back in, and the bonds were worth more. Sold them. Well, I sold 2, and then I used the 1. But I have never deliberately tried to flip bonds, and the reason being is the timeline for the investment return on the bonds is too long. And although I think it is probably one of the safer long-term investments that you can do, it tends to not really pay like it doesn't, you don't, because the problem is with bonds is you buy, let's say you bought 10 bonds for 3.5 mil each, right? You pay the conversion fees. It's probably going to be another 2 mil for everything here. And we definitely, did we just cut out? I think we just dropped the stream there for a second, but hopefully we are back. My internet has been super funky recently, but anyway, guys, like I was saying with the bonds, so you're gonna have 10 bonds, you pay the conversion fees. This is the highest price we've ever seen bonds before, right? If you were to sell all those bonds at the peak price, which was around 6 mil or so, like, yes, you're gonna make 3 mil for every bond, but you held those for almost an entire year. If you were to buy them at their lowest point, it wouldn't be about like an entire year, but it would have been like 6 or 7 months. And just waiting that long to buy bonds and try to resell them is really not going to be the best profit that you can get. So, I mean, I'm not going to steer you away from investing in bonds, but I would only recommend investing in bonds when, 1, it's at its absolute lowest price that you have ever seen it, and 2, you have a ton of cash that you will not need to sell everything for a long time, because then if you do, it's not going to be worth your time. Although I will say a quick tip with flipping bonds is that when you do buy the bond at its low price, pay the conversion fee up front, because it's going to be cheaper to pay it then than it is going to be to pay it later. Olivia Gemma, good to see you as well. I saw your comment there. I was just in the middle of a rambling spree, but anyway, we're going to cut back on a lot of these high quantity flips except the dragon darts, because they're actually still buying. So we're going to turn around and sell these mana rays. Let's see if we still have the price for those. We actually don't. We only have the buy price there. So we're going to go ahead and buy another one. That's actually going to be a really nice flip for us today, guys. We're going to see how much we can make off of that. 1454 is what we'll sell for. Not as good as I thought, but going to be about 10 GP per, which is very, very nice. We'll let the ancestral road bottoms sit until the end. We'll take out these not these dragon sharks, these regular cooked sharks, and we're going to sell them. We're just going to dump them, honestly. We already made enough profit on those to where I'm not really too upset selling them for a bit lower there, and we still made a good bit of cash on them, so very happy with that. We're going to go ahead, we're going to touch the Zolver scales as well. We're going to sell those for 237. I'm pretty sure that was the original margin. Should sell pretty quickly just because we were struggling on the buy there at 234 GP, which usually means bonds have gone up in price, but it doesn't look like here. It doesn't look like that here, so no cutout, you're fine. Oh, so it didn't cut out. Very, very nice. Malik Vernon says, yeah, that's way too long. Time is money. Exactly. And you can invest in other items that you could liquidate in a shorter time frame that would be better investments that you bought in at a low price. So, for example, let's say you bought in to the Arcane Spirit Shields at 110 mil. And in my opinion, I think they're going to keep going up for the next few days. We'll say you sold them at 120 mil. Well, in about 4 days, you just made like 3 times the return that you would make on bonds, and the bond time frame was about 6-7 months. So, although I will say, I've said this a few times here on stream, guys, bonds, in my opinion, I think they're about to hit a very low point. Bonds typically, historically, in RuneScape hit their lowest points during the like kind of late January, February, early March timeframe. So we should see really cheap bond prices soon if history repeats itself. Again, just a prediction, not a guarantee. Berzam Zahid said, just had a 100k flip on Imbued Hearts. Whew, that's a really good margin on that. The Brimstone Rings are not buying out, so we're going to knock the margin up a little bit on that. We're going to knock it up to about 4861995. List that, let it do its thing. We're gonna get 6 of those, hopefully turn around and sell them for a nice profit. 161 mil. What should we do with it? I'm thinking I got about 15 minutes left in the stream. 161 mil. You know, let's just go ahead and do something easy. We'll do the red Chinchampas, one of my favorite flips. And I don't really know why it's one of my favorite flips. Oh my goodness, they're really expensive right now. I don't really know what's going on. All of these items in old school right now are insanely expensive. My guess is they've been on a really big bot detecting spree, because almost all of the consumable or ammunition items have gone up a lot in price, while sort of the higher end PVM items have stayed relatively similar in price. So I don't really know what's going on, but I will tell you that these prices have been insane these past couple of days. Adam Lascar says, nah, that's why it's all up. What's up? The bots are making the prices go up, or what's making the prices go up? Because I don't think if there's more bots, then the prices would definitely be down. So let's see here. Yeah, bots make prices go down just because they increase. RuneScape membership is free for 14 days if you use the Twitch Prime. Ooh, interesting. Is that still available? They still do that? Even so, though, in theory, maybe these bots... No, that wouldn't make any sense, because if there was a ton of bots coming into the game right now, prices would be going way, way down. Twitch Prime itself is free for 1 month. Ooh, that's pretty good. Man, that's really weird. If there's a lot more bots coming into the game, the prices shouldn't be going up unless these bots are doing something maybe more advanced, but I don't really know what to think about that. I'm going to go look after this stream. Follow me up on Discord after this, guys. I'm going to look at the population change in old school RuneScape and see if actually bots are coming into the game. We can see if a significant spike in players has, come into the game. If that is the case, I guarantee that some of these are through, or some of these are bots, and then we'll have to speculate on why some of these items are going up a lot in price. What about James Bond? I'll leave now. No, it's okay, Olivia, but James Bond doesn't exist in RuneScape. A White King says, hey, broke 2K, let's go. Yes, a White King, good to see you, man. Thank you for tuning in today. It's been a while since you've stopped by, so thank you for saying hi. Yes, till next week. I think maybe the end of this week. Interesting. Angel says, do you believe that there is a bot dump at night? It's not a bot dump. This is a common misconception. I think Third Age Films makes great videos, but and I'm actually super happy that he has that video that has almost 1 million views. I think that's actually insane, but it's not an overnight bot dump flip. That's not what bots do at night. They don't all just dump their items. The reason that this happens, all it has to do with is not a lot of volume being traded in the game. It doesn't have to do with anything with bots selling items. It's just because the game is experiencing states of low volatility, which basically means that no one is trading, or take this, well, I'll put in an example for you guys. Imagine the peak time of RuneScape, right? Tons of people at the Grand Exchange, tons of people want to go do Slayer, they want to go skilling, so there's tons of people buying and selling items on the Grand Exchange. That makes the prices really, well, depending on how many people are playing, the more people that are trading makes prices more stable, but of course, some items aren't traded as much due to how much they cost. But anyway, we're kind of getting off track here. If more people are playing the game, there's going to be more items being traded. I think everyone can agree with that. Now, on top of that, guys, if at night, right? So, for example, very late Eastern Standard Time and early EU time, there's no one playing the game. I mean, there are people, of course, but there's not a lot of people. There's probably about a third of the population, if not a fourth of the population, that play the game during that time. So there's nearly not enough items being traded at that point in time. Even if you leave overnight items to buy and sell, there's still a lot less trades going on because there's not as many active players. That's why everything sinks really low, is because people that do want to sell during these times need to find a buyer and effectively lower their prices. And of course, flippers like us, or just, classical demand in the game, they have to sell their items for really low because just because there's no one that is really playing and wants to buy supplies right now. So that's why it goes down. You forgot the dagger. I didn't forget the dagger. We're going to flip it right now for you. Naz, we'll flip the abyssal dagger right now. I know I got kind of sidetracked with that explanation. I was like trying to formulate it in my head as best I could, but maybe I didn't do a great job of explaining that. Wait, how do you find the RuneScape population change? There is a website that tracks it. If you're on Discord after, I'll show you where you can find it. Let's go ahead. We're going to flip 70 of the abyssal daggers. The margin's actually pretty good on them today, so we'll see if that works out for us. We're going to cut back on the ancestral road bottom as well. Don't know how many more flips I'm going to be doing today, guys, because we will be wrapping up the stream here, I would say in about the next 10 minutes, but we'll try and list a few more things and see if we can get lucky. Going to list these for 61,495. My guess would be that this sells pretty quickly, but I could be wrong. RS3 bond prices went up, and when this happens, it also increases OSRS bond price. So my theory is that bond prices affect the entire economy because it means it's pay to win. This could be the case. Now, bond price is very strongly correlated to the price of GP. I don't think anyone's going to argue that because it is the only form of legal transaction in the game that you can trade a monetary item that costs real US dollars or whatever your local currency is for in-game currency such as GP, right? So they're definitely tied a lot, but the thing is, like, if that was true, and if bond price really drove the item prices for all these other items, then the reaction has been too late or too delayed, because a lot of these items are starting to go up like right now. Like red chins during the bond's highest price point were not 1,940. They were like 1,400. So, I mean, that's just one example, right? But I'm pretty sure that kind of applies to almost all of the items. But, I mean, we'd have to look into some GE tracker graphs. Maybe I can make a video on it. We can actually investigate the graphs and basically entire indexes, if you guys know what indexes are. If not, we can go through it in the video. But we can basically look at entire indexes for items in old school RuneScape and see why things are going up, or at least try to speculate and figure out why. My theory, why bond prices keep going up, RS economy is more stable than the USD. Hey, maybe soon, dude. I don't know. The crash looks like it might be coming. But I do actually expect a big RuneScape crash to be coming soon, especially with all these items going up a lot in price. If this is true and all of these items and GP is as closely correlated to the bond price as we think, then there's no doubt we're going to see a little bit of an OSRS recession come, I would say, late March if bonds are going to be at their lowest point in early March. Angel says, just an FYI for the Abbey Dagger flip, one of my things to do is check all GE slots on the other Abbey Daggers and then clean the poison and add poison plus plus for the sell point when you do the margin check. Actually, not a bad idea at all, man. I've actually never done that. Adam says, with a rise comes a crash. Absolutely. And the thing is, like, the RS economy has actually been going up a lot recently, so it could just be because of normal inflation in the game and your GP being worth a little bit less than it was, you know, 2-3 years ago and things like that. But at the same time, like, there's no way that these items are just going to keep going up in price. Like, things are going to crash again for sure. So, of course, just keep that in mind. I mean, it's just a video game, right? It doesn't really matter if the OSRS economy crashes. No one's going to, you know, lose their home over that, right? So probably not worth it for your cash stack, but could be useful to other people in the live chat. So anyway, guys, if you are enjoying the live stream, please leave a like. Really does help me out a lot. Subscribe if you want more content like this. Always bringing flipping content and flipping live streams to the channel for you guys to enjoy. So hopefully you do enjoy it. On top of it all, we have a Discord group which you can look at other people's flips, and we encourage people to kind of post their own flips in. So you can find that in the Discord group. Link in the description below for that. And we're going to keep going here, guys. Tell the people in Venezuela that. Oh, that's mean, man. Also, I've been doing red chins and it's not as crowded as it used to be. Could be that there are less bots doing red chins these days. Do bots do red chins? Anyway, I think we're actually struggling to sell these. I'm actually just going to dump them. Just because I'm afraid to hold on to them for too long. Okay, luckily we didn't lose too much money on those, and we were actually able to sell a few for 1,940. We basically just sold for 1 GP less, so I'm happy with that. I got actually really nervous there for some of those Reg and Champas, just because they are at such a high price. I was a little bit afraid to kind of keep flipping them, right? So at least we got them off of our hands, we secured the profit, and we'll keep moving on. The Ancestral Road Bottoms I thought would sell a little bit faster, so we're going to list them for 61475. I'm hoping we can get these off just because I don't want to hold them off stream for too long. And wow, we have 20 viewers in here, so welcome everybody. Hopefully you all are enjoying the live stream. Of course, if you guys have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything like that, or any questions relating to flipping or what I am doing, let me know. I'm here to help you guys out and teach you how to flip in old school RuneScape. So if you are looking for better money making methods in old school RuneScape that you can utilize to make bank, then just talk to me, man. I'm here to answer your questions and help you utilize as much cash as you got. Still flipping here, we're going to cut back on the Dragon Darts. I mean, they still are buying, which is pretty insane, but, I mean, we've just had them sit here for so long. So, let's go ahead, we're going to turn around and sell these Dragon Darts. I'm thinking the margin probably went upwards, if I had to guess. 2511 is what we'll sell for. It's about the same margin as we checked in the beginning, so really happy with those profits as long as we can get them off. We have 2 of the Abyssal Daggers right now, and we sold 1 of the Ancestral Road Bottoms, so that's actually one of our best flips today, those Ancestral Road Bottoms. Very happy to see that. We're going to cut back a little bit on the Zamorakian Hosta as well, just because it's not selling as fast as I would like. So 14,864,995. List that, let it do its thing. Still making a good bit of profit on that. I think that's the right listing. Yeah, 864, right, is what I said? Yeah. So we're going to make a good bit of profit on that still. Pope of Pizza, man. Good to see you. I don't think I've seen you around here before. He's got the Tyler, the Creator avatar icon picture. I absolutely love it, man. And he says, when is it really worth it to flip? Like, what cash stack should you start with? Because low amounts, I think, are not really worth the time, you know? Yes, and I would agree with you, man. And especially if you haven't actually learned how to flip before, or you're not sure how to flip, then lower cash stacks actually kind of hurt you because you're not going to be able to flip a lot and you're going to get discouraged quickly. I personally recommend that people start with 10 mil, but you can also start with about 5 mil. 5 mil will be an optimal amount for you to start flipping with, but if you do have 10 mil to start with, then you're going to be in a really good spot when you start flipping. You're actually going to be able to do flips and make decent profits, and it will actually be worth your time, and you'll quickly learn how to flip with 10 mil. Again, with 5 mil, it will still be optimal. You will not be making nearly as much as you would with 10 mil. The jump from 5 mil to 10 mil is actually really, really large as far as profits go, but you can learn all the fundamentals with 5 mil. So let's say you're at Vorkath, you're killing Vorkath, you're getting loot from him, and you have 5 mil at that time. You go do some flips on the GE, kill Vorkath, you know, do some more flips. You're going to be learning how to make these flips happen with 5 mil GP, but then once you get enough for that 10 mil stack, you're going to know what you're doing at that point, and you're going to be making bank. So Syratube Primordials, they got 100k margins. Okay, we'll hit the Primordials last. This will be our last item we're going to do, so let's go ahead. We're going to check the Primordial Boots here. Doesn't look like they're at a 100k margin, but the margin is actually still really good. So we're going to go ahead and try to list 10 of them and see if we can buy a few. Angel says, I'd say 10 mil, let you hit the 1.5 mil per hour if you stay in the GE without doing anything else. 5 mil is only worth it if you're doing secondary money making methods. That sounds pretty accurate to me, Angel, so that was a good representation. Although I don't think someone who's just learning how to flip would be able to make 1.5 mil per hour with 10 mil. You could probably make 1.5 mil an hour with 10 mil if you have some experience and it's not your first time doing it. Otherwise, if you're, you know, intermediate level flipping, you can probably make 1 mil an hour with 10 mil. And if you're new, you can probably make 300 to 500k an hour with 10 mil, and that's even if you make a lot of mistakes. So yeah, I think 1.5 mil an hour is a little bit on the high end. I think it is possible with 10 mil to make 1.5 mil an hour, but it's definitely the experience level flipper, and you also have to get very, very lucky. Bought prims for 30 for 40k and sold for 35 40k. Okay, no worries. We're just gonna flip this margin we've got right now. Popa Pizza says, I've only really gotten used to doing the top 100 most traded item flips like runes, cannonballs, mithril balls, etc. Well, those are actually not bad flips. So a common misconception actually among flippers is you want to chase the big margins, right? The low volume items that have larger margins that look like, oh, they look really good in a screenshot. You should only do those when you have enough cash to do them, and you shouldn't seek them out. The high volume items will make you a lot of money. You can make 1 mil an hour with a 10 mil cash stack, again, with a little bit of luck and a little bit of experience with just high volume items. I've done it before. You got HE slots, you can easily split your cash stack up, and you can make that amount of money. It's going to take a little bit of luck, like I said, but you can definitely hit that mark. I would only recommend flipping those low volume items once you start to feel really experienced and you start to want to branch out into that section and actually figure out how to do that. If you do want a little bit more guidance, Popa Pizza, on how to do that, I'd recommend you join us on Discord. There's a link in the description below for it. I'm in there a lot talking to other flippers in there. We have a lot of experienced flippers in there. People with, 10 bill stacks. We actually have a few people who have over a bill in old school RuneScape. So they can definitely guide you on some of the higher, I guess priced items. So if you're interested in that, check that out. Angel says you need to update the table on Discord. I'm pretty sure the primordials and engagement boots are at 15 limit. We can change that around. Thank you for letting me know. Anyway, we'll let the prims sit while we maintenance everything else here, guys. We're going to turn around and sell the brimstone rings. The margin on these is still probably pretty good. $4,891 is what we'll sell for. Actually, $4,890, $995. Burzam says, use platinum tokens to check how many low volume items are traded each hour. More traded are more likely lower risk. Exactly. And the abyssal daggers have all come in as well. I'm hoping these actually sell. I don't tend to have a lot of luck with the abyssal daggers. 7148995. It's been a really active stream today, guys. Thank you for everyone who's tuned in today. Really do appreciate that. We're going to go ahead and cut back on the grimy Renar as well. And we just bought another chunk of those at the end there. So we're going to do a quick margin check on these one more time. 7783. We're going to do 7790 just because we will be leaving it for a little bit. So 7789 actually is what we'll list for, and we'll let that sit for a while. I think the hostas will sell, but we are going to knock it to 14850, which means we didn't really make a lot of money on that. But I do want to make sure we get these off without them crashing too far on us because I think they're at the higher end of their price range. We're going to cut back on the primordials as well. 3538 is what we'll sell for. Go a little bit underneath just to make it a little bit faster. GE Tracker and Platinum tokens are very similar. Platinum tokens will have better filters for finding items, and GE Tracker, in my opinion, has better data and better graphs. So just use both. There's no problem in using both. Now, look at that Dragon Dagger flip, or not Dragon Dagger, the Dragon Dart flip, guys. We made about a little bit less than 400k on those. Very, very nice, guys. And the primordial sold as well, so that is a quick about 80k because we did have to factor in the margin check cost. But anyway, I'm going to be leaving these other items to sell off stream here, guys. Thank you for tuning in today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the live stream. If you did, leave a like. Of course, join us on Discord if you need more flipping help and experience, or you just want to join a flipping community of other flippers. I hope you all really enjoyed the stream today, and I'll see you all next time.